Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss one of the fundamental concepts in web development called client-side storage. So what is client-side storage? It's nothing but a smart way of storing data directly in users' device within their web browsers. This eliminates the need of any external servers or databases, making it a very essential tool for web developers. There are three main tools we can utilize for client-side storage: local storage, session storage, and cookies. I'm pretty sure you might have heard about them before. So in this video, we are going to see some examples of how we can actually modify or make use of local storage, session storage, and cookies by simply using our browser. And we'll also see some real-time examples and use cases of these storages. But before diving into any implementation, let me just brief you about these storage methods and make sure you understand their differences. So here are some key differences between local storage, session storage, and cookies. Let's dive in. First comes duration. Data in local storage remains stored for an indefinite period of time, even after the browser is closed, unless it's manually removed or the website clears it. In session storage, the data is temporary and lasts only for the duration of a single browsing session. It is automatically cleared when the session ends or the user logs out, or maybe when you close the tab or the browser. Cookies comes with an expiration or expiry date, and the expiration of cookies can be different for different websites. It can be set for having short or long lifespan, right from few minutes to several years. It depends on how the cookie is configured by the website when it is created. So once the cookie expires or is deleted, it is no longer accessible. Next comes the memory part. So local storage provides most memory storage capacity amongst the three. It typically allows for at least 5 to 10 MB of storage data per website depending on the browser. This is suitable mostly for storing large amount of data. Session storage, on the other hand, has a more limited storage capacity compared to local storage. It typically allows for around 5 to 10 MB of data storage per website, quite similar to local storage, but the data is temporary and gets automatically cleared when the session is ended, as we discussed in the duration part. And cookies have the smallest capacity of data. They are typically limited around 4 KB per cookie, while multiple cookies can be used to store more data. And this is significantly less storage capacity as compared to local as well as local and session storage. So next comes the accessibility part. In local storage, the data is accessible only from the same website and is shared across the tabs and windows of the same website. In session storage, the data is accessible only with the current browsing session and is not shared across the tabs or windows of different sessions. In cookies, the data is accessible across any tabs or windows and may also be shared among different subdomains or even different websites depending on how they have configured it. Then comes expiry. It's whatever we discussed in duration. So, in case of expiry, the local storage never expires. We manually have to clear it. Session storage, on closing the session or logging out, the session storage gets expired, and cookies expires based on the expiry date which we set up manually. And the last part is whether it is sent with the request to the server or to the backend. So data in local storage and session storage is not at all sent automatically with each request. You need to retrieve and include the data yourself if you want to send it. So it's client side moreover, and you control how and when to send it. On the other hand, cookies are automatically sent with every request to the same domain, so they are attached to the headers. So these were the key features between, or key differences between, local storage, session storage, and cookies. I hope you understand the differences. Now let's dive in the implementation part. How we could I'll give you a small demonstration how you could actually modify these client side storages on your browser itself, and we'll also see some real time examples, as I said. So let's first open your any of the browser. I'll open the Chrome, and inside that the dev tools. It started with a little demonstration. I'm opening my dev tools here. You can see these tabs, right? So in here there is one tab called applications. Inside that, all your client side storages, you could see local storage here, session storage, and cookies. So let me modify, or let me set some value in inside my local storage. This is how you could use it by using the set item and get item methods. So the set item will need a key value pair. So I'm setting just my name over here, and I'll show you how to extract it. So if we set item and if we try to use a get item method, so this is how I'm getting my item or my element by name. Here you'll be able to see the name Shweta, and inside the local storage also you're able to see this. All right, and now I'll try to refresh my browser. So see, the session or my tab got refreshed, but still this value got persisted here. Okay, and similarly I'll try to set some object as well. So here, see, I'm trying to set this object, and I'll get this object by user details. And yeah, see, as you could see, user details here and name here. All right, so this is how we could access the data which has been stored in local storage. So similarly, in case of session storage, I'll be able to access session storage by setting the key value pair first and by getting those values. So I'll again set my name as a key value pair in the session storage, and similarly I'll try to get it. My bad. Session storage dot get item by name. All right, now inside this tab you will be able to see my name. Hold on, which is that tab I'm working on? Yeah, correct. So here you could see, okay, but now if I close this tab and I'll try to access this session storage in this tab, you are not able to see it anywhere. On the other hand, on the previous tab I manipulated or I modified the values of local storage, and these values are still in here, right? So these values got persisted in case of local storage, whereas in session storage those values just disappeared. So that was the major difference between local storage and session storage. Now in case of cookies, we'll see one more example. Actually store or set the cookies. So you just have to access this document.cookie, and whatever data you want to set, you can set it this way. And expires key, inside expires key you could actually set whatever date or time you wanna make sure like this cookie stays, and after that it expires. Let me also give you some real-time scenarios or examples where these client-side storage could actually be used. Let's consider form data filling. So whenever we fill a form and we just close the tab or the browser, we don't want our data to be lost, so we want to persist that data. So local storage can be used to save that form data as user types or puts the inputs, allowing them to recover their input if they accidentally close the browser or the tab or navigate away. Also, it is used in remembering the user settings. You can store user preferences and settings such as languages, themes, or font sizes in the local storage. So this allows the user to have a personalized experience when they visit any website. Next is examples of session storage. So session storage is used to remember users login state and display appropriate UI elements or login logout buttons as a for some kind of personalized welcome messages and something like that. So basically the login state, when the user logs out or the browser is closed, the session just ends. We see whenever we close the tab, so we have to relog in again. So whatever the login data was there, it was stored in the session storage. That's the reason we can't able to be logged in for after the session is closed. Next example of cookies I would give is user tracking, or moreover on the analytics part. So we see, like, whenever we visit some website, they ask us just to accept those cookies. Why? So in order to personalize our search, or cookies usually are employed to track user behavior and collect the analytic data. Unlike the local storage and session storage, which are limited for some kind of sessions, cookies can persist across the sessions and across the devices. So, websites and their analytical services mostly use the cookies in order to track the user visits, his likes and dislikes, measure the user engagement and stuff, collect the data and the demographic interests of the user, or access the effectiveness, or in order to run some advertisement campaigns, and I mean so many things. So these were a few examples, and we also learned like how we could modify it and how we could actually make use of it in our web development. And I hope you understood the key differences between these three client side storages, and I hope this video will help you to figure out the scenarios where you could actually use these kind of storages, and which are the scenarios you could use it, and how you could make your developer experience better by using these client side storages. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe my YouTube channel. See ya.